And we're live. Right. I'm just going to, I'll be with you guys shortly. Right. I'm just going to, I'll be with you guys shortly. Right. I'm just going to, just giving people a moment to come on. Hello, everyone. Right, there's a few of you actually there I can actually see. The messages I've got coming down the side of the screen here are coming through really, really slow. So I'm also going to set up the phone on the side there so I don't end up in a situation where I miss all your comments. So forgive me for the teething problems on this first one, but hey, it is how it is. 1 second. Right. How is everyone tonight anyway? You all good? All good? Right. Guys, I can see your comments. Retro Bar, how you doing? Duncan, how you doing? Hang on. Guys, I can see your comments. Retro Bar, how you doing? Duncan, how you doing? Right. Hang on. I'll turn that down. That might help. Right. Tonight, first live stream. Thanks for showing up. Please feel free to take piss in the comments. More than willing to do that. Right. I'm going to bring you on now. A guy I've known. Well, I've known him so long. I remember when he used to have hair. So, pardon. Do me. Right. Yeah, I'm going to bring you on. This is Matt Knight. I've known him since I was at school. A lot of good gaming memories. He's definitely more of a modern gamer. I think I'm more of a retro gamer. So it's a really good combination. Right, without further ado, let's bring on my mate Pod. Pod, how you doing, mate?
Hello, everyone. You all right? Good evening. And yes, right. I do used to have hair on my head.
Yeah, you used to have hair on your head once. I remember you in school. You never used to look after your hair, so it fucked off.
Yeah, to be honest, anyone that's under the age of 25 right now, do not put product on your hair. This is the result.
Or you can be ginger and have like this.
Well, yes.
But, you know what's really funny though?
I found your hair in many, many peculiar places in my lifetime, and quite frankly, I think it's a road not taken is best for me.
No. You know although it does make me laugh though that you, me, and Steve, I'm the one with the hair who's ginger, and you two have both gone completely bald. I still remember the pictures of when we were in the pub in town. It says me in the middle, and you and Steve with a comb over of my hair.
Yes, we should actually put that up sometime next time. But we have to get Steve's permission first, because as we've discovered lately, we need to get the permission before we put anything up.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that this live stream actually working, because to be honest, I've seen loads of people doing these live streams and all the rest of it, and I was just like, yeah, I can do it, but is the technology going to hold up? I mean, we've had a couple of teething problems already, haven't we? Which we've worked out over a few days.
Yeah. There might, for all I know, we're probably going to get like a bit of like static motion of like blurring, because that's already happened this evening. So hopefully we'll get
let me move this down here.
To get on the show for a while, so what is it you want to know?
What's going on? Hang on a second. Let me just quickly scroll through these comments. We've got Dainster here. We've got Retro Bear.
Oh, thank you, mate. Nice to meet you.
Duncan, are you still actually working, Duncan, or have you finished yet? You told me you were at work. You weren't going to be able to catch this stream.
I know you feel, mate, if you're at work.
Yeah, got a few people on. 7 people watching, I think. That's probably, we're going to have a lot more thumbs down than 7. More than likely. Right. Are you drinking anything tonight, Pod, or are you?
I'm just on the pot tonight, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just on the pot.
I am on. Hang on, I can never remember where the camera is.
Oh, right, what you got? Banana beer.
Banana bread beer.
Look at that.
Do you remember when we used to get this in Roma Wines? Well, I used to get this. None of you used to.
Well, you know, I remember lots of things we used to get in Roma Wines.
Yeah, but probably things that can't be said on online.
No, because we used to get those little kegs. Do you remember? And we used to sit at the bus stop just outside Roma Wines.
I think the weird thing about that is the fact that when you weren't planning to ever get that same bus together, we just ended up catching it and thought, you had to go that way, I had to go that way. So you just sat there, let's have a beer first.
It was just a case of that we both finished work and it so happened we crossed paths. Do you know what I mean? And it was I think it was both our first jobs from school as well.
Back when you used to actually catch the bus. I mean, you've got a phobia of them now. I mean, you don't even like.
I mean, I hadn't even got one in lockdown, mate, and I already 80 buses before then.
No, LKG's there as well.
Okay, hey guys.
And
evening.
Yeah, we've got a few people. This Bahaha, he used to be Xbox 360 collector. Yeah, he's changed his name just to really, really confuse people.
Bawaha. No, I like it, man. That's awesome. It sounds like a Native American cry. Bawaha!
Everyone was taking the piss that he was an Xbox 360 collector, so.
Oh, mate.
And you know what? I think these comments are actually coming up okay, because I'm looking at my phone and they seem to be coming up about the same time, which I don't know why it wasn't before. So, maybe we've got them gremlins out of the way. Right, anyway, let's get on to a question for you. Because as I said, me and you have both been gaming for a long time.
We've played a lot of games together over the years.
Right, let's get, because I've got a banner here with some questions on it. Let's go with this one. What was your first games console? What's your memories of it? What games did you have?
No. Do you want like the first console I ever played, or like the first?
No, the first console that was ever yours.
Was given
the first console memory you have. Okay, let's go with that.
First memory of a console I ever have. Yeah. Well, that would have to be. It was actually my brother, and my eldest brother. And one day he come home from work, and I was probably about 6, 7 years old, and he brought a Sinclair Spectrum ZX81.
I've gone the opposite.
When you just recently got in one of your videos, that you got one of your pickups with the tape deck built in and several tape and a couple of code books. And that was definitely my first game, because it was like a hand-me-down. He brought it, he played it once, and it was sort of left in my room, and then I played with it. But it wasn't my first console. It was my brother's, but it was the first one I played regularly.
What can you remember? Any games you used to play on that?
I remember Rolling Thunder being quite common. It was this weird platformer. You'd flip the guy up and he'd shoot, and it was a very odd game. But mostly, I remember the code books. To be honest, where you'd spend, where you'd spend
typing code,
just typing out these,
well, me being dyslexic, it never ripped code. I mean, I can't even write like normal, let alone.
It was, to be fair, it wasn't as fun as it sounds. You'd spend like a good hour and a half copying, because all I was doing was copying it from a book, right? Yeah. And then you'd hit run, and you just see a picture of like these trees going past a flat road. And it's like,
if it wasn't for the coders, then you wouldn't have the games that you have now.
No. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it, and I understand how difficult it could be, but it's one of those. It's like for the effort and the reward. Oh God, no. It's not much in the way of gameplay. It was in that.
Rolling Thunder. Eddie Roller X Core said Rolling Thunder was quality. Was a quality game.
It was, man. It was probably one of the better ones I remember being programmed on that.
Duncan saying that he used to use the Amstrad CPC more.
Yeah, I think I remember like the original Streets of Rage as well on there as well. That was a pretty good one.
No, I don't think it would have been Streets. Was it Streets of Rage? No, it would have been more Double Dragon.
There was Double Dragon. I remember Double Dragon being on there.
Streets of Rage is definitely. I mean, people are going to tell me in the comments. Was Streets of Rage ever on the Spectrum? I don't think it was. But I think that's. I think the first it was on the Mega Drive and the Master System, but I don't think it was anything before then.
Yeah. Well, I see you got like a Commodore 64 T-shirt on there.
We've got LKG asking if you were already on YouTube.
No,
here's an interesting one though. Me and you have been on YouTube together before.
Yes,
12 years ago.
Put it this way: if anyone wants to delve too deeply, you will find footage of me on YouTube. So, but mostly the things I've done on YouTube, I haven't been in front of the camera.
No. Here's the thing, though. There is a video. There's a video with me, you, and Steve.
Yeah,
and you edited it on your phone. Death of a Carrot.
It was my first little editing venue. That was actually, yeah. That was
we're asking her if it's a. Can you see that on the screen? Was it a sex tape?
No, it's not a sex tape. No. Well, if it was, it'd be like a lot of dudes. It wouldn't be a sex tape. Wouldn't you be interested in, fellas? Quite honestly.
There's. Let me explain this. Bumfum Games is an actual software company that makes games. It gets a right laugh every time you say it, but Bumfum Games needs to make Streets of Rage in the Spectrum.
But yeah, but I don't know if anyone in the chat is like a proper sleuth detective, see if they can figure out what the name of the video is. In fact, if chat can actually tell us what the name of the video is that
they're saying they've already found your sex tape.
We're not going to say it. We're not going to say it. You got to figure it out for yourself. There are sex tapes. I don't have any collection in my collection.
Yeah, they all think it's a sex tape.
That's not a question, is it?
No, it wasn't a question. It's just. Anyway, didn't you also have an arcade in your house growing up?
Right. Well, this was the thing. This is why I said there's so many different ways to answer your question. But maybe we'll leave that one for the end, that little story. But I'll tell you a different one.
Go on then.
The first one I had as mine, like my first Christmas present for me, that was mine, was a Master System 2. With the little flip down case on it that had built in Alex the Kid in Miracle World, and I had Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Sonic the Hedgehog, for that Christmas as well. And
you've just annoyed quite a few people then because you said Alex the Kid. There's no "the" in it.
Oh,
Trust
sorry.
me, there's nerds in the comment here. They're going to pick you up on it.
Because there's several different Alex Kids, isn't there?
Yeah, but there's never the. The never is in there.
All right. Sorry.
Look, as I said,
gaming Nazis. That's fine.
Just said so. Something else. For me, the first ones I remember, again, Spectrums I remember because they were hand-me-downs. But the first actual, it wasn't even a console because we didn't have consoles. Was the Amiga 600, which we just played to absolute death.
Yeah.
So. I'm not sure if I knew you when we were in Oxley Moor Road when we had that because we always used to have it under the stairs. My dad opened up the cupboard from under the stairs.
Yeah.
And just shoved it under there and said, "Kids, out the way. That's your gaming area," so we could shut the door on us.
I remember. Yeah, I remember something similar when you lived back of Aldersley.
Oh, somebody says Alex the Kid. Hang on, missed it there. Alex the Kid was the follow-up.
What, in Miracle World?
Yeah.
See. Thank you, James. Master System 2. Yeah, great version.
Yeah, they're all correcting me now.
Yeah.
Hang on, Alex the Kid, the entire retro
community. Well, I did something tonight. Right. So actually, because I'm feeling a bit underdressed at the moment, so I'm going to, I thought because being a bald man in a non-bald world, I think I need to compensate for it in some way. So,
it's the hat.
Just for your viewing pleasure. So now I have. Then we can relate. We both have
the festival hat. Isn't that your festival hat?
No. You've got to understand because I take this very serious. So I thought,
you know who this is.
To be honest, that sort of detail.
Nice one, John. How many hours have we been arguing over little petty things like this?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hang on. I have to put this on there. Love the hat.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. Do you know it was actually a condition for coming on the show? So made for me. You guys might not know this. He forced me to wear this. This wasn't my idea, honestly.
Look, you wear that hat whenever you can. The thing is, you wear that hat in the bloody summer.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things when you're feeling down. It's a hat that always cheers me up, whatever I'm doing. So and especially just recently, I think it's just been appropriate for me to have it as well.
Okay. With that aside, then,
next question.
Yeah, I was about to say, with that aside, with everything that's been going on, what have you missed in lockdown? What do you miss the most? People. I can tell you what I've missed: going to the bloody Lynchgate.
Yeah,
sitting in the back garden, freezing cold,
meeting all the guys. If any of my friends are watching this evening, guys, I missed you so much, and I would just love to go down the pub, being in a sweaty room with 17,000 other people, and
trying to push your way to the bar.
Exactly, you know what I mean. Walking into places where there's sweat on the walls, those kind of proper. Oh mate, I miss social interaction.
Let's go.
People. That's what I've missed the most about lockdown is people.
That hat makes you look like a member of Korn.
Good band, mate. Good band.
Yeah, but you look like the special member of Korn.
Yeah, maybe the special.
Jay, Mrs. Revival.
Yeah, no.
Me and you, we've only been the past, say 2 years. We've only been twice. Do you know what the annoying thing about it is? I found out after me and you had gone to Willenhall and everywhere else like that. Do you know where Revival was for years before? No. Dunstall Racecourse.
Really?
Yes. I could see it from where I used to.
Yeah, I used to go there for PC fairs as well.
Yeah, we could see it from our house. That was the Revival. We used to walk past it all the time.
I lived on the same street and you lived around the corner.
Yeah.
No, actually, we both lived around the corner.
We both lived in the same house for a while.
Yeah, because funnily enough, got people watching. Me and Si used to live together.
Yeah. How many caterpillars were really? No. How many caterpillars were made to make that hat?
Pardon? How many caterpillars? It is woven specifically from many thousands of different coloured kookaburras. The multicolored feathers. That's no caterpillars were harmed in the making of this. They just look like caterpillars. So this charity.
Hang on, here's another one from John for you.
Okay, from Bill. What's we got here? I reckon it just makes you look like a member. Yeah, like the end of a member. Oh,
hang on, this one's
not Korn. I think Pod's the lead singer. Do you know there is a band called Pod?
Yes, there is. There's also a Spectrum game called Pod.
Yes, there's. Yeah, Pod. I've been everywhere. My influence is endless.
Okay, I'm going to say it now. I've made it say it sometimes. I still refer to James as James. I know you as James.
You just did it, so yeah.
I know I just did it, right? But this is the thing we've been at parties before where people have gone, where's Pod? And I said, oh, James is over there. And they go, what the hell's James?
Yes, it is a very odd thing that you are one of the very few people that actually not only know my name, but actually call me by it outside of my family.
No. It's weird. It's like that. I think me and you have known each other since must have been halfway through senior school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were about, I think since we were about 13, 14 years old.
It was the French class because we were both crap at French.
Yeah, and you used to try and duck out of it, and I was just getting kicked out of it.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
So let's go for the next question. So what's the next question?
Next question. Okay. Oh, hang on. You told me that one you have to think about. Let's go to this one then.
No, we could do it.
Consoles or PC gaming? What do you think is best?
Now, are you talking about me personally? No,
just your opinion.
Because it's one of those. You see, I don't want to influence people, but in my personal experience, I've found I play consoles for a lot of years. People have got to understand. I had a PlayStation. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've played consoles since I was pretty much a very small kid. So PC Master Race. Well, that's the thing, Duncan, because I've actually come to realise that PC gaming is a lot easier for most modern games, even for retro games. I mean, we do still play a lot of retro stuff, don't we? But we do it.
Me, retro never. I mean, I have no retro in my house whatsoever.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at something like you know what I mean? Like you have your RetroArch, or you have you know your little what's the names?
Raspberry Pi.
Your Raspberry Pis, yeah. They're literally PC. You know what I mean? They're just emulators. That's what they are. They're not the actual consoles or hardware. Now, you're a purist. I know you are. You love the
not right. I wouldn't say a purist. I mean, I like modern ways to use old hardware because I've had all the tapes, I've had everything else, but I like finding devices and stuff like that to let me play the actual hardware itself. I mean, I've just built that Pi 64. So you know what I mean? So not a purist, but that was made just because I didn't want to scrap the parts. It was given to me as literally like, I found this, do you want it? I don't want to put it in the bin. And I would rather make something of it. And to be honest, it's a really nice build.
Well, to be fair, it's like I've kind of fallen out of love of original hardware lately. I don't have them. It's like, I don't know if this is going to be coming up on one of your questions, but I was going to talk about what consoles I have at the moment and the fact I'm
do you know what? We can actually go to that one. Give me a second because that was the next question, which is a good segue to it anyway. Yeah. If I can find where I put it. Do you ever think you'll end up getting a PlayStation 5, or was the PlayStation 4 the end of your console gaming?
Well, see, this is the thing. I mean, maybe we should start from the beginning because I had a PS1. First PS1.
You love the PlayStation. You always have, haven't you?
I was proper a Sony fanboy for a lot of years. My first PlayStation 1, I think the first 2 games I ever got with that, and I bought it with my own money. It was one of those things you got your first job, bought my PS1, and I had Max Payne and GTA 3. And you know my love of GTA over the years. In fact, I've got GTA playing right now on the screen on my PC. I'm emulating GTA 4 right now. Anyone who loves GTA 4 in chat, just let me know because I'm a G.
I'll have to add you to a Discord that I'm on because
GTA quite a lot over the years, haven't I? So quite frankly,
didn't you recently play? You were really suffering with insomnia, so you were playing GTA online with a lot of Australians.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because they were the only people who were awake at the time.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, this is the scariest thing. I've played, in relation to all the PlayStations I've owned every GTA as it's come along.
Yeah.
We've got up to 5, and I've played GTA 5, and the single player is brilliant. The character switching and everything that's involved is brilliant. But I've also played a significant amount of GTA Online. But the fact is, it's just not as good. Like I say, I was playing it a lot with a lot of Australian people recently. You know what I mean? The good people, you know what I mean? Good people who play on PlayStation.
Were you not enjoying it as much as you used to?
Pardon?
Were you not enjoying it as much as you used to?
That's the thing. I mean, it seems to me was
the PlayStation 2 the best for GTA, or do you think PlayStation 3 had the better games?
As in library of games?
No, GTA.
Just in GTA. Oh, you mean what did we discuss? Which is the best GTA? That's probably the best way.
Okay, go on then.
Okay, so the best GTA, in my opinion, has ever been is probably the one I'm playing right now, and this is probably going to make a lot of people go, and that's GTA 4. And I think it is the best one that's ever been made. Now, don't get me wrong, I've played all. San Andreas is amazing. It is probably like number 2 on my list. Because it's like, because it's obviously like, because you've got the Rage 2 engine for GTA 4 and you've got the old engine for the original GTAs, for like Vice City and San Andreas and GTA 3. They work well, and I love those games. But the detail in 4 is way better, as it is. It's way better than it is in 5. I've found. I was having a.
Do you remember the original GTAs when it came out at school? The first top-down. Do you remember the first GTAs that come out when we were at school? The top-down ones, and how revolutionary they were at the time.
Yeah, because I had GTA 1 in the first. Actually, no, I would have had Max Payne on 2 and GTA 3 on 3.
I still remember.
PlayStation 1, I had first 2 games I had on PlayStation 1 was Tomb Raider and GTA. They were the first games on PlayStation 1.
Do you remember when me, you, and Steve were around his flat and we were playing the original GTA on his big TV and we had to turn it off because it was giving me motion sickness?
Yes. I couldn't believe you guys.
You were getting really into it, and I was like, no, I've got to turn it off.
On Saturday, I was like, I'll just get better with the first few. Because that's something else I've noticed in a relation, not just you, but as relation to most people when I play Grand Theft Auto, is that most people who play Grand Theft Auto just want to go around rampaging. Do you know what I mean?
GTA is made for cheats, and I know you hate that.
You see, that's another thing. You know this quite well. I have.
Oh, I know it very well.
And I've not cheated once, ever.
I remember borrowing a PlayStation 3 off you at years after you'd finished playing the game and said, "Do not save cheats over my GTA file."
Yeah, exactly. But now I don't care so much because See, the thing is that I played 5 so many times to know it's not as good as 4 because I bought it originally when it come out on disc, and then I bought it digitally, which you've still got that version.
Is that on the PlayStation 3 that I've got?
Yeah, exactly. That is my second one. That was the second time I bought that game. I have it now on my PS4 in here, which I play online.
You're getting as bad as people who buy Doom on everything.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, though, now I want to get rid of the PS4, and I keep wanting to get it on my PC. And the only reason I haven't got it on my PC is because it's sitting there on my PlayStation 4, along with Red Dead Redemption, by the way, which I also want to get on my PC.
Talk about PlayStation 4. What did you think to the new Tony Hawk remake?
Do you know what? I was genuinely impressed by it.
Because I was as well. It's like it's got all the charm, but it's like you can properly play it now.
Because we played a lot of the Tony Hawks over the years, you know, when they first came out. You know what I mean? We played a lot of the originals. I remember one of my favourite. I mean, it goes all the way up to American Wasteland. After American Wasteland, they got like Project 8 and those kind of games. They got really bad, you know, up until like but the remake of 1 and 2. Oh my God! It has all the original.
Do you know what I like about it though? I like that you can also the 2 games are there, and you can increase your stats and save game 2, and it carries over to the first game as well. I think that's a really nice touch that you're not going for the whole. Dane's saying that the new Tony Hawks is awesome, but then we've also got Retro Bear saying Tony Hawks is rubbish.
It has every single map from 1 and 2 in it, and not only does it have every single map, it has new challenge modes for every single one. All the maps look gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? From their originals, they are original in every way, but they look gorgeous, which is really quite impressive. And the fact that they even fixed the irritation with the animations of Bales. Do you know what I mean? By tapping the button and having you just suddenly like a record scratch and you're back up on the board.
This is going to annoy John now. The push button to win.
The gameplay.
The arguing between you and John over Tony Hawk's about if you should get off the board or not get off the board.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Okay, now I'm going to go divert from something else because we're going to talk about games. Me and you and say John and Steve and everyone playing because we have our proper gaming nights, don't we?
As a group, we've played a lot of games collectively.
I have seen you rage quit an awful lot. Let's say that.
You want to talk about rage quits?
No. I don't want to talk about rage quit. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
The games that we play though, would you say we play an awful lot of Tekken, don't we?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And Soul Calibur and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
And I think what annoys you the most is the fact that I'm not good at games yet can kick your ass every time on Soul Calibur.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh, challenge! See, that's exactly what it's like. But to be fair, I think what it is apart from the banned character on Tekken that I have, that we all have quite an average sort of medium with Tekken. You know what I mean? We've all got our own skills and weaknesses.
What's your thought on Street Fighter? Because this is going to annoy the comments, which has done before. I am not a fan of Street Fighter.
Me neither.
Are you not a fan either?
I'm sorry, guys. If you guys are all Street Fighter fans, I've never liked Street Fighter purely on. Oh, see, here we go. Look, I've never liked Street Fighter purely on the fact that you can't sidestep. Do you know what I mean? As a fighting game, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a 2D fighting game, but it's also the reason why I can't stand Marvel versus Capcom. And I was really quite disgusted with the was it Tekken versus Capcom. You know what I mean?
The problem with that though is that would have worked if they also did one in the Tekken style.
I'd love to see that game done in the Namco Tekken engine. Not now, but because I don't even like the new beat 'em ups. It's like Tekken 7 and that. You know.
Do you know what I've never got on with? I've never got on with Mortal Kombat.
How can you not like Street Fighter? Right? Okay. Street Fighter. It's just the animated version of Mortal Kombat, guys.
No, does not like Street Fighter
I'm going to annoy the whole lot of them now. We're going to get downvotes out.
Guys, I'm going to stop you now. Pod, 1 second. 1 second. Pod, 1 second. I'm going to warn people now. If you ask Pod a question, he'll go on and rant. Once the rant starts, I can't get in. So please ask him questions. I'm letting you know now. He'll rant. Go.
Okay. I've never liked Street Fighter. See that Retro Bear? Look, he's the man. He's the man right there. Right.
Mortal Kombat is jerky. But do you know what I don't like about Mortal Kombat? To me, when you're playing.
Now, I'll address Little Duncan's. It is janky in the sense that, but it's more fun to play than it is watching, animated characters fight. Do you know what I mean?
With what I find with Tekken and Soul Calibur is that you can pick it up and you can play, and because you know that this is high kicks, low kicks, you can figure it out. With Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, if you don't know the combinations, you're standing there going, "That's it."
Exactly, yeah. Especially like the fatalities and things like that. If you don't know the whole NSA button combination for each character, there's just, you know what I mean? It is just the tool for people. It's basically you when you play, Super Smash Brothers. Or Super Smash Brawl. That's
you still never forgive me over that.
You just cheat and you take the ball.
Okay.
And you don't give anyone else a chance because you get annoyed because I beat you at Tekken.
Right. I'm going to say this now to everyone. Right. As Pod used to have the PlayStation.
I've heard this story. I've had my mum making your show before about this.
Right. My first console. I'm talking. Shut up. It feels like the American bloody presidential debate now. Anyway. Right. My first console was the GameCube, and the GameCube was the game that it was just mine. I had Mario Kart, we had SSX3, and I had Smash Brothers. So Smash Brothers I got really good at. So I did honestly go around to yours. I went, "Do you want a game of Smash Brothers?" And beat him up over and over again for the years that he beat me up on Tekken with Law.
Hang on, right? It's not like I hid all the moves from you from Law, did I? Did I hide all the Law moves?
No. But what you always do,
did I even teach you Law's moves? I taught you the moves. You just weren't that good at it.
Right. you teach people the moves after you've had that 1 or 2 battles where you go, "I'm better than you." Then you teach them.
Prove that I'm better than you. It's not just anything you have to say it. You got to prove it.
Right. Anyway, we've gone completely off track again.
Yeah, we have a new question. Yeah, come on. What's the next question?
Hang on a second. I apologise to people listening.
No, that's what they're tuned in for, surely.
Right. Okay, let's go to this one.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about VR gaming at the moment?
No, I don't know if we can mention him, but a mutual friend.
Mention him.
Okay, we can mention John. So a mutual friend of ours has got himself a nice VR, as you have as well. Unfortunately, it's a bit rich for my blood at the moment. But the experiences I've had with it around my friend's house, around John's house.
John's just come back on.
Oh, is he back? Is he? Oh God.
He come back to me and you arguing.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we're talking about you now, John. So the experiences I've had with VR are actually really quite good. Now, I will say that when I was first trying to play it, because it's an expensive thing to try first time, it did make me apprehensive. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's not for everybody. You might get motion sickness.
I still get motion sickness now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know what I can play.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. The thing that we both learn, I'm sure we learn quite quickly, there are certain games that work better for certain people and certain games that don't. Do you know what I mean? Mostly from what I've discovered is games that are where you're stationary or you're in a stationary vehicle. And you can look around. Anything that requires, because one of the worst ones I ever played was actually a PlayStation one, and it was the Spider-Man. Have you played that? Spider-Man.
No.
Okay, Spider-Man. Imagine, like Spider-Man 2, where you're web swinging through the city, right? But you're doing it in first person on VR. It sounds cool, but every time you're on the ground and you walk, you get motion sickness because you're not moving. You're just pushing your analog forward. Do you know what I mean? And it would make me very motion sickness. So games like that I avoid. But I have enjoyed. There's some great Steam stuff. I really want to play Half-Life Alyx. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had a VR, Half-Life Alex right now. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the Steam stuff with the arrows. You know, we have the Steam Lab because we played that together, haven't we? The Steam Lab with the arrows.
Yeah. What was the archery one that we always played?
That Steam Lab. That was the Steam Lab.
There's John. It was on the Rifty Muppet.
What was on the Rift? Oh, was it the Spider-Man on the Rift?
John's got the Rift. I was the one that's got the Quest.
I thought it was on the PlayStation. The PlayStation.
No. The PlayStation was the one that we did actually play briefly, and it was lent. I lent it off someone, and I was paranoid that I was going to break it the whole time.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not as good as the. See, this is where we'll get people back there. PC Master Race. To be honest, guys, if you're going to play VR, either get an Oculus like Si has, which is completely independent.
Hello, Amiga, old school.
Yeah. So an easy. Oh, hello, evening.
Lee. You're right, Lee. How you doing? Looking forward to Swap Shop next week. Sorry, a couple of people in here.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just a couple of. That's it. And hello, Fat. That's it. Carry on. So yeah, with me with the VR is I'm really glad that I sold a load of retro stuff to buy the VR. Like I'm really glad that I sold a load of the retro stuff to buy the 3D printer.
Yes.
But ever since I've had the VR, I've had a problem. And it's called two children that play the VR more than I do.
Well,
I seriously cannot. It's like wake up in the morning, Oscar tap me on your shoulder, going, "Can I play the VR?" I'm like, Oscar, my eyes aren't awake yet. Can I play the VR?
Yeah, I can see why it's difficult. But I know Oscar's really into Beat Saber, which is another one.
Oh, God, yeah. He's playing Expert Plus now.
Has he really? I'm up to Expert. I'm hitting some expert things on Beat Saber. But John's got quite a really great custom playlist on his Beat Saber. Okay.
I do need to sort that out, you know.
Can I just say this, though, about Beat Saber before we move on to the next one?
You do.
Right. One last thing about Beat Saber that I've found. We played Guitar Hero together years ago, didn't we, Si?
Say again. Guitar. You played it a hell of a lot more than I did. I always used to come in. You used to play at Paget Road with Steve and John all the time. Yeah. I still remember, and I'm going to tell this story now before you carry on. I remember you got so obsessed with trying to 100% Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana that when you did 100%, you rang Steve or John up to play it down the phone.
Yeah. And I was still plinky-plonking my way through it as well, I seem to remember. But the thing I remember mostly fondly about playing playing that was...
Hang on. There's one from John.
Watching Pod do Baby Got Back is amazing. Yeah, but watching John play with The Rhythm Is the Night with a big shit-eating grin on his face is better.
We still got to get you to play Toto Africa, though.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will. Had to bring it up.
I don't want to swear on your screen. We agreed, Simon, we weren't going to talk about that. We weren't going to talk. I'll take the hat off and I will leave. Do not bring up Toto Africa again. I'm not joking.
I would say that's a serious face, but that's I'm really serious, but I can tell you joking face. Everyone, put Toto Africa in the comments just to wind it up.
No! It is a lame song. You have better things to do with your life than listen to.
Now you're on YouTube singing it.
That song. It's boring. It sucks your soul out. But can I go back to what I was saying about Beat Saber?
Carry on.
Right. So about Beat Saber. So that feeling you get when you used to play Guitar Hero, that enjoyment is what you get from playing Beat Saber. You know what I mean? The exact opposite of Toto Africa. You know, that soul-sucking, I feel like I want to die inside kind of vibe.
Hey, look, we got a twat in the house. Must be one person. Yeah, it must be whoever's doing the thumbs down and just trying to troll me. So, how you doing, you little twat? Oh, I don't care. They can carry on all they want. Right. Anyway, you were saying Toto Africa. You were saying Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber. It's just a lot of fun to play, and then I really do enjoy it. I'm chipping Pod down, then I'm making a video. No, you're not, John. All right. So, what's the next question? So, let's move on.
Okay. Tell you what, though, do you know what? Actually, we go back to the question like, what are you missing during lockdown?
Okay.
What I'm actually missing during lockdown, genuinely missing just even the coming around to the game nights and stuff like that. But I'm really missing. I've been having the fires outside and making the fireside videos.
Yeah.
Right. But
yeah.
I'm genuinely missing them just being other people. The time that we've just had a proper campfire through Paget Road, through Steve's house, through my house, the oil drums, everything else. And, you know, just going outside, lighting a fire, having a few drinks and chatting like we are now, I generally have missed all this. So,
I know, man. I've got the back garden out there. I'm waiting for lockdown to end and we can actually socialise again, and then we can have some fun again in the garden, you know, have a gaming night, because that was quite. That's probably one of the big things, because we used to weekly have a gaming night. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
All of us lads, and that is one of the things I miss.
Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I really miss as well? Go around John's and actually just watching Forged in Fire.
Oh God, I was watching that earlier today. Funny.
That's what you put the hat on, isn't it? Just so you can pretend you got hair.
Fire, by the way, in the chat. You need to watch that show. There is just something about, you know, a lot of hardcore power chords and sparks flying off metal that makes it just so metal. Do you know what I mean? It's awesome. It's proper metal.
There was a program that I
blacksmith forging. You know what I mean?
There's a program that I watched on Netflix just recently. It was about glass blowing and stuff like that, and it was actually very, very similar, but not quite. You know what I mean? There's
not as cool.
Metal, everything else.
It's not as cool because you just don't get the sparks. You don't get hot. You know what I mean?
They do start talking about. That's it. Blown away. That's it. Thanks, John. Although they do start talking about weird things on it.
Yeah, blown away. Yeah, what was you
talk about shows that I really like, and me and John have got into now, and he's probably going to bring it up in the comments. Yeah. BattleBots. If you haven't watched BattleBots, BattleBots, it is absolutely amazing. Just watch the uppercut versus saw blaze fight. A robot actually explodes. And I don't even mean a little bit. In the actual episode, he hits the fuel tank, and you see the flames go halfway across the arena. So yeah, that's my little thing. BattleBots.
So, I think we're about 40 minutes in, so I need to do see if anyone in the chat knows. If I can get a shot of it, where this T-shirt is from.
I'm going to say it now, John. You can't say.
Yeah, John can't comment on it. John, you're banned. Do not spoil it for other people. But I just want to know: does anyone know what this shirt is from? And I had to pick it specifically because I need to pick a white shirt, because apparently wearing black it didn't quite show up well on the camera. So I've had to put this on. So if anyone knows, I'd love you to try. You really would make my day if you could tell me, what is this shirt from?
Can I also say something there as well? You did this before at the last revival we went to, where you wore a T-shirt, and because somebody recognised what show it was from, all day you kept saying, "Someone likes my T-shirt. Someone likes my T-shirt."
Yeah.
I've got the Commodore 64 one on today just to annoy the Spectrum fans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've noticed you see 64 T-shirt. That's pretty awesome. There's some good T-shirts though out there that you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Me and Pod as well. Hopefully in the future, this is why we've started doing this. To be honest, is we are going to, because I started my YouTube channel during lockdown, and we've always talked about it for years. About actually doing a YouTube channel, not channel together, but gameplay together, haven't we?
Make some videos together, basically.
It started back with me and you, again, in Paget Road, watching Angry Video Game Nerd. And I wasn't collecting I really wasn't collecting at the time then, but it got me properly interested in gaming. And I used to love coming around and watching Angry Video Game Nerd. And we still do it now we've got...
Oh, good answer.
Hey! There you go, you've made his night now.
No. Who's that? Is that Geordie / Game? Okay, Geordie, can you actually tell me what's the name of the character on the shirt? Yeah, he got you there.
You've made him happy now. Anyway, that's why.
Yeah. But that's why. Actually, who is it? What's his name? I
told you I can't get a word in edgeways when you're on, can I?
What was that?
Hang on.
Muggs Murphy. Yes, he's got it, man. Muggs Murphy, absolutely. I'll take that.
Are you happy now?
So he hasn't got any curry stains on it, sadly, though. That's the only problem.
You're right, Paul. How you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. I see ya.
Right. Anyway, as I was saying, me and you are going to, in the future, going to be making videos together, aren't we? So hopefully this is more of a test run to how. Can you imagine now, me and you doing gaming? It's going quite literally going to be 20 minutes of gaming and an hour and a half of me and you arguing.
Well, I do plan on like filming us and not doing it live. We should edit it down a little. I'm feeling.
Do you know what? You know me. I do not do editing. Right. No, the thing with me,
I have said to you, I will try and do some of the editing for you.
Hang on, there's a comment for you, dude.
The only problem we've had, Si, is logistics. In the simple fact that we can't give each other the footage we need, and when you do try and email, it's just too large, and it's like, oh, now am I going to get it?
Do you think even before lockdown's over, because eventually when we can get around there, the plan is that me and you are going to sit there, start a random game, and we're only going to play around. We're not going to play a popular game. I mean, like me and you sat down and played, and John, and we had a great time playing American Gladiators. And there was that weird puzzle game that we can't remember what the hell it's called, where it used to rotate.
RetroArch, wasn't it? Because with RetroArch, you can literally pick a random game.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be.
I still play a lot of. For those of you thinking I just play a lot of modern games, it's like I mean, I do play a lot of modern titles, but I love my retro classic stuff. You know what I mean? I can get absorbed. This is why I don't like mobile games, because mobile games are just retro
games are just crap.
Better. You know what I mean? Retro stuff does it better. Do you know what I mean? Like Flappy Birds or anything like that. Dude, play. What was it? What was that birdie game we were playing?
Yes, Flappy Birds.
Is it Flappy?
Oh, is it Angry Birds?
It's Flappy, but it's basically Flappy. But you know what I mean? Where you just, it's the same thing.
You know what? Do you know Flappy Birds has been ported onto so many things? I have actually seen a port of Angry Birds on the Atari 400. You know what I mean? That's like ridiculous where they've ported it to. It's still just as crap.
But it's just mini games. It's like all these, it's columns. You're playing fucking columns. Pardon my friend.
Okay, let's go to columns then, because I need to bring this up now. You've said it.
Columns.
You and John, right? We have to record this one night. I have never seen a game of columns last as long as you and John played it. John sat down going, I'm the best at columns, and you sat down and played it. Next thing you know, 45 minutes later, you were still playing the same game.
Columns, there's a point with it where you can just keep it going and going and going.
Hang on, we've just got some.
Yeah, what's that?
I blocked him, and now they're back again. So let's block them
again.
No
one's interested. You jumping? What was that?
Yeah. It's just the trolls back again. So
hang on, let's see what he says, because he's obviously.
No, I blocked
no one's interested jumping on the bandwagon streaming, but channels.
I've blocked them now. It's good. It's right. Whoever it is, this must be the person who is doing the thumbs down, who keeps coming back in again. So every time they pop in again, let's just block them from our lives and carry on. Yeah. Do you know what? As I've said in the past before, all these people down here in these comments and everything else have been an amazing gaming community, and they've supported me throughout. And if one person thinks they can come along with thumbs down and affect me and make me go away, it ain't happening. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be doing streams. I'm going to be doing videos, and I'm going to be making stuff that I enjoy.
The way I've always looked at it is, it's just, any attention's fine. If he wants to, at the end of the day, he's just a view. He can say as much negative things as he wants.
It really doesn't bother me.
And we'll take your view, pal. We took your view. We got your money, fella. Yeah.
It's the same as a thumbs down, right? If it wasn't for the fact that somebody was giving me like 20, 30 thumbs down, I wouldn't be as noticed on YouTube as I am now. Yeah. It's just fact. It really is. So if they are trying to do it just to get a rise out of me to do anything else, then, good. You carry on.
Well done.
You quickly type in and get another account and then come back again.
All right, then. What's the next question, my friend? What's the next question?
I was still talking because you keep right. When we do the gaming,
we've not had a question in a while now. I don't even know what question we're on anymore.
We're not on the questions. You just ramble.
Well, that's true.
Right. Anyway, you will be on the channel soon. As I said, it will be me and you gaming, picking random games and just sitting there and recording it, and then you can edit it down. And also, when lockdown is over, I would like to do a proper fireside video with a couple of people around the fire having a good chat.
Yeah.
If you're up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I also one more I want to do. I want to do a proper retro shop look around. You know what I mean, like we used to.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we want to. In fact, if you know anyone that would mind us filming in their shop while we went around, you know what I mean, enjoying their merch.
Retro Bear and Downstream, what good shops around the area that we can go to?
Exactly, that's what I want to do.
Retro shops, not charity shops. That's different. Actual retro shops.
Charity shops are different because usually when you go around a gaming shop, you're looking for something. It's nothing I enjoy more than doing those things.
For me, charity shops are great because a large percent of the time you're not going to get any kind of fines from a charity shop. But to me, it's like having a scratch card. It has the potential before you go in to be amazing, and it's that buzz that you get that when you go in, and that one time out of like 30, you find something. Yeah, and exactly. I love that buzz. So,
okay.
Let me have a quick look what we got.
What questions we got
hang on a second. Let me know as well if anyone's got any comments for pods. Any questions for Pod in the comments, please put it in capitals and I'll ask away.
All your questions if anyone has any questions for me.
John, have you got a question for Pod?
And please keep it PG. Not John. John's not
allowed. Vintage Gamer, that was the one. We need to go to Vintage Gamer. Thanks, Retro Bear.
Sorry, it's not coronavirus, honestly, people.
I've known Pod for many years. He's always had a handkerchief.
Yeah. That's the way I am.
Right. Here's one for you. What game were you looking forward to but disappointed you the most?
Oh, probably something made by bloody Ubisoft.
Oh, John has got a question for you.
Oh, John's got a question. What's that?
Hang on. Yeah, John. Hang on. I have to put it up. John's got a question for you. If you'll shut up for more than 5 seconds at a time.
Can I? Or is he?
Yeah.
Well, no. Next. So, yeah, what was the question again? What was the most disappointing game I've ever played?
Yeah. That you were looking forward to.
The one I was looking forward to most.
That came out was absolutely crap.
It's probably going to be something like Assassin's Creed. Because
Which one, though?
Which one? Which one actually burned me the most? Well, to be honest, 3 burned me, but I still went back in for 4 because 4 was really good. Played.
Retro Bear says Chase HQ on the Amiga disappointed him.
Oh yeah. That's a port though, mate. You know what you're after. You know you dicing with death with the port, my friend. So, but it was probably, to be fair, it's a lot of Ubisoft stuff because it was like. I really used to enjoy the Far Cry franchise, played a lot of the Far Cry series, got really annoyed around 4, played Assassin's Creed, I think I lost my way with it around Unity, couldn't even be bothered with Syndicate, which is the one set in London, which I really wanted to play. I haven't even been bothered with Legion. And, of course, that's Watch Dogs as well. That was another one that annoyed me. I love the original Watch Dogs.
I agree with that one. Street Fighter 2 on the Spectrum.
But after that, they get really bad. So, yeah. So that's more or less the answer to that question. So
to me, it's not, I don't actually know.
EA pissed me off a long time ago, but I don't play any EA games. Just purely.
I get EA for free now on the Xbox Pass.
You get
all the EA games I get for free on the.
No one wants to play them because they're all just gambling slot machines. They're not designed. They don't make. They make visually stunning games, but they don't make good games. Do you know what I mean? That's my problem with it. A lot of companies, I find gaming companies that I don't want to play. It's like I'm getting that way. Rockstar, to be honest, they're starting to be a bit annoying with their sort of practices, and I'm sure we'll get onto what I'm playing later because I said we'll leave that.
I just see it there. I'm just hovering over it.
Is that what you want to get onto now?
Okay. What are you playing at the moment?
Right, currently at the moment I'm playing. I play a selection of things at the same time. Currently, what's on my screen, which I mentioned earlier, is Grand Theft Auto 4 because I was playing that just before we come on stream. But I've also been playing XCOM. So I don't know if anyone likes any PC XCOM games. I was playing the other day. I was playing Theme Hospital,
Fucking hell. Somebody here agrees with you, Pod.
What was that?
Somebody agrees with you.
Yeah, the EA thing, they're all just pay to win. Yeah, it's just microtransaction bullshit, and it's annoying me. And it's not for the games. It's not for the love of the game. It's like the music industry, quite honestly. The gaming industry goes going the way in the music industry. Nobody makes, music in the music industry to make good music. They make it to make money. Do you know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's the same with the games. They're not making to make good games. They're making it to make money. But speaking of making money, the game that I've been playing as well at the moment is Cyberpunk 2077. Do you know what I mean?
Is it as glitchy as they say?
It's, to be fair, I have not seen many glitches. Now, I'm playing the PC versions, which is supposed to be the best.
That's probably why then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's had the most.
This is why I don't like modern games.
Yeah.
Well, not don't like. How long has it taken you from putting the game in? I don't just mean the whole loading up and everything else. How long was it? How long were you running around before you actually were allowed to just do something yourself? How much of it was just like watching a movie for the first 45 minutes?
What do you mean before I actually got into game?
Before you actually get to do anything. This is Vicky was playing that Assassin's Creed Valhalla or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
and she turned it off 2 or 3 times because it's like, can you just let me do something?
Yeah, you see, that's kind of the reason. Cyberpunk is not terribly bad in that aspect. It's more like an early Far Cry kind of thing. Like, there is a tutorial to it, and I'll be honest with you, I've been playing the game for a few hours now. I think I've got like to the second act of the game, if anyone's played it now. But the point is that I've got past the tutorial bit, but it hasn't been boring tutorial, can't do anything. It is actually quite, for the story mode of the game, the actual beat of the game is actually really quite impressive what they've done. Do you know what I mean? The way it looks, the visual style is spot on. I mean, I played all the Deus Exes, Deus. I know you probably don't know what Deus Ex is. Yeah, it's not really
not a clue. Don't care.
Deus Ex is it's a cyborg game, basically a game where you're a cyborg. But I've played all the Deus Exes, and that's kind of what I wanted with Cyberpunk, was it to be a proper sort of Deus Ex on steroids, which is what I've got. I will say this, because I expected more, like in the vein of like Skyrim and things like that it would be more RPG, and it just isn't, because it's based on a D&D bloody clone. Do you know what I mean? It's Cyberpunk. If you've ever played D&D, do you know what I mean? Skyrim is your D&D. You know what I mean? So this Cyberpunk should have been more like that, but I can tell I've lost you there, so
no, you haven't lost me. It just made me think
modern games are not really your thing. Because when we talk about games, modern games is not really our topic of conversation. Right. Is it really?
This is. You didn't lose me. I was typing a question in, because the reason why it's good having the banner there is because my memory. You're talking, then I remember the question. I'll come to ask you, and I go, what I mean? So I was thinking of a question whilst you were actually doing that, right? And where have I put it? Did it go to the top? Oh, I don't think I bloody saved it. Anyway, my question was, do you always have to 100% every game you play? And are you a person who has to play for achievements, or can you just play for fun?
I can play for fun. There is a certain dynamic where seeing an achievement pop up. I think if I play for 100% on a game, it's usually a case of I've played the game and I've clocked it, and I've really enjoyed the game. And then you look at the achievement page and you say, oh, I've only got like 6 left to get. Do you know what I mean? Or I've got to play it again on a harder setting. So you start the game again on a harder setting and you try and get those achievements. That's probably about as far as it goes. When it comes to terms of I've got to platinum every single game.
You've seriously got to mess with that hat every time, haven't you? Every time you move.
I'm putting shit to game because it's like sometimes it's in my field of vision and I can't see the phone. Yeah, how do you deal with this, man? How do you deal with hair like this?
Do the Timotei advert.
Yeah. So when it comes to 100% in games, it's more a case of if I've really enjoyed the game and I've gotten so close to getting all the achievements, I might as well just get the rest. Do you know what I mean? Achievements is a great way to extend the life of the game. Absolutely agree, Roll.
Right. I'm going to put you in there because this is how me and you differ, right?
Yes.
Because
you don't give a crap
I can pick up a game, play it for a bit, put it down, walk away. And you've had to go up with this many, many times. I love going for high scores and stuff like that. That's fine. But I still remember a time that me and you were playing Sonic, and it's what we always played it: a level or a life. That's how we always played it.
Yeah, spin the life.
And we got halfway through the game.
Yeah.
And I missed an emerald.
We were 2/3, mate. We were like 2 levels away from the end, and you wanted to quit. That's what I remember.
No, I remember.
No.
No, listen.
No, I'm listening.
That I missed an emerald, and you made us restart the game to do it again.
Yeah, made us restart the game. I made us restart the level.
No, you made us restart the game. It was the Master System.
It's because even if we had finished the game, we wouldn't have clocked it because we hadn't got all the Chaos Emeralds. It's standard Sonic.
Who cares?
You got to get the Chaos Emeralds.
Did I get to the end of the game? Did I complete the game?
You know, it's like Ghost and Goblins, so don't get me started because you know when you get all
Ghost and Goblins is an amazing game.
And this room is an illusion, you go right back to the start, you got to do it all again.
Okay, I will give you that. The NES Ghosts and Goblins is really bad.
Don't think I've not watched you get obsessed about a game and completing it with Ghosts. And not completing games, completing all the versions.
Right. There's one version of Ghosts and Goblins which is harder than the NES version.
Really?
Yeah. And it's the Famicom version. Do you know the NES version? Do you know the NES version gives you ultimate continues?
Yes.
The Famicom version, unless you put a code in, gives you 3 continues to do the whole game twice.
You can't do it in 3 continues.
Exactly. When I first played it, right, the code is quite literally on the start screen. You've got to go up, down, AB, which is only up, down, AB, but it shouldn't be a code. It just should be continue. You know what I mean? So they are saying they want you to complete it with just 3 continues. If anyone can complete Ghosts and Goblins with 3 continues.
Like Ninja Gaiden. You know what I mean? When you try and clock Ninja Gaiden with just 3 continues. So
have you ever played? Hang on.
I've just noticed something. I'm down to 14% battery on my phone.
Okay, we'll wrap it up soon then. All right.
I'm all right, but if my phone goes off, you know why. All right.
Yeah. I might get a word in later.
It's an hour now, so have you got any left? Any questions left while we've still got time?
I've got a question I'm trying to say if you would shut up.
Okay, go on.
Have you ever played the Angry Video Game Nerd game, like the remaster? Because you know he's bringing it out on the Switch. Have you played the brand new one?
I haven't played the new one.
They've fixed all the bugs.
Pardon?
It's coming out as a physical copy on the PlayStation, Switch, and the Xbox.
There is a version on Steam as well.
But they redid it where there was lots of little glitchy things they wanted to fix in the past. They've gone back and they've done all that. Which, to be honest, I've never actually played it, so...
Yeah, they said it was too difficult and they just made it easier, with all the death block.
No, because they gave you the harder difficulties, but they gave you an easier one.
Easier for a commercial audience. They just didn't want to get to the hardcore gamers like me,
Hardcore gamer. I'll say now,
you don't get a physique like mine, working out every day. You get a physique like mine and thumbs like mine, playing a lot of video games.
The forearm on the left and the right hand's quite big as well.
I'm going to let that go.
Did you just glitch out then?
What?
Are you still there? You glitched out.
Still here.
Right. I'm going to say is now we're going to start wrapping up. Would anyone? This is what our live streams are going to be. Well, not live streams, mine and Pod's videos. If anyone is interested in actually watching me and Pod actually playing a game whilst this banter's going on, whilst I can get a word in, and would anyone actually like Pod to actually get his own YouTube channel? Because I think, to be honest, you could easily do it.
I'm more better in a supporting role, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Here's one from John, hardcore gamer.
Yeah, man. I have my own pillow. I'm surprised.
You have your own pillow?
Yeah, because me and John were talking about rage quits the other day. It's a good little story to end on. This is rage quits, guys. If you ever have a rage quit, you need a rage quit pillow, or else you're going to break all your controllers. This is my top tip for you. So when you get pissed off, you take the pad and you throw it into the pillar. Less likely you're breaking it then. Hang on, chair back on.
Right, hang on. There's one. It's like, you need to get your own YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you, Duncan.
If he doesn't get his own YouTube channel, he will be on the channel with me.
I will be appearing again, guys. I won't be a stranger, and I'm definitely going to help Simon more with these videos because I've been wanting to do this since before lockdown. To be quite honest with you, to help you out with these. And if there's anything that you think that Si should be doing, you should be actually putting it down in the comments. You know what I mean? Like he should be.
No.
Or...
I don't. I don't take requests off people because the way I do my videos is quite literally I'm sitting there one day and I'll just go, oh, I've got time to make a video. I'll fuck off, make a video, and then come back and just upload it. You know what I mean? That is the style that I like. I like there's been a few times where I've tried to make a video and I've started again and again and again. And I know after a couple of takes, if I can't do it and I can't talk about it, that video was never meant to be. If I can have a video where the words just come out and I don't even hear what I'm saying, it's just coming out. Then I'll watch it back and go, oh, that was all right. I upload it.
Well, I remember you saying before in one of your videos to me, he's like, how your videos really did help me connect with you while we were apart during lockdown. Do you know what I mean? You said before, I used to take you out to the shed and I used to put you videos.
This is starting to sound very, very weird.
Yeah, I know. Just me out to
the shed.
Well, if you shut up, I will try and make it sound sweet and not at all gay, right? But I miss my friend. So watching your videos and watching you getting what you got that week in your, what pickups you'd had that week, and you were showing them. You would talk, and I would talk back to the screen. You couldn't hear me, but I would do it anyway. But it really did help, and I could, you know what I mean. And that was the thing that I always said about your videos was that there's a reality to it. Do you know what I mean?
The way I try and make it feel is like you're just talking to your mate.
Exactly, yeah. But I do think here and there, so you could do with a little bit of editing, just a little.
Hell no. Look, if there are mistakes, the mistakes stay in. If you want to edit the videos,
you leave the mistakes in. I'm not.
If you want to edit the videos where me and you do the gameplay together, that's fine. The way I'm going to carry on doing my videos is the way I make the videos. Because if I think too much about what I'm going to talk about, the videos would not feel the same.
No.
The last Fireside video.
What I mean by editing is like you not really editing you, but in the sense of adding something to the video. Like when you're talking about, like I've mentioned this before, when you're talking about a game, having it appearing,
yeah, that's your job.
Up here, you know what I mean? Showing a little box and just see the video. I could do that for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's you can.
I'm not saying I'm not about cutting anything out of the videos. To be quite honest with you.
But yeah, do you know what? It's really weird though when it comes to the YouTube video and going back to the Paget Road and me and you sitting there. Yes, yeah, I know, I'm aware. That me and you and Paget Road watching Angry Video Game Nerd, and then going on from that and watching other people do YouTube videos. Yeah. It was always something like the YouTube, not YouTube channel, the Facebook group I've got. It was stuff that other people did, and it's really weird that this lockdown just made me go one day, well, I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? And I've done it, and I've got over that like a couple of weeks back, being asked to go on LKG's stream, and it was like for days leading up to it was like, okay, now I'm going to do a live stream. What you know what I mean? What I'm going to talk about? And now to a couple of weeks later, after being on Swap Shop, I thought I can do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why I've got you on, because with me and you, it's more natural talking. It's more just back and forth. You know what I mean? We're more coming your way than mine. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is when me and you together anyway.
Yeah. I think what is because, like I said to you before we got on stream, was you're much more comfortable because you know what my reactions are more likely to going to be and how often I'm going to interrupt you and make you like, not the centre of attention.
But Joe, let's wrap it up. We've gone over the hour.
Because I'm down to like 3%. So
that's what I said. No, that's the last of it, right? I really thank you for being on.
Well, I really
can't wait. A long time coming, we will do this again. We will. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's been a nice test to actually just start up doing an actual YouTube live stream.
Yeah. So does anyone want me to keep the hat for next time? Because I take it serious.
Do you know what? That's now your thing.
Okay, I've got the hat. Right, so yeah. I might not wear it when we're going to stores and stuff, but I'll see what I can do.
You have to wear it at the revival.
I got to tell you, mate, I'm sweating my balls off in it right now. It's really hot.
Right. Pod,
Right.
I'm gonna, because your phone's gonna cut off now. I'm gonna leave you to it. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
Thank you.
And I will, yeah, I'll see you again soon, and hopefully we can actually meet up and have a beer.
Absolutely, yeah. Got to. And goodbye to everyone in YouTube land, and thank you for watching.
And you made him very, very happy that you recognise what his T-shirt is.
Exactly.
He actually put that on special.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking did. Dude, I'll catch you later, mate. Thanks a lot.
Peace out, guys. See ya.
Right, that's Pod. Now I can actually talk. Don't think the first live stream went too bad. I've run out of beer. I should have bought some more. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to try and do some more of these live streams. I'm definitely going to be trying to do some live fireside videos because I just need, if you know what I mean, I like having the fire, and I need more people around it. So actually having a video where I'm by the fire and we can have backwards and forwards and have a guest on, or even a couple of guests, would be really great. So yeah, I'm going to leave you to it now. I'm going to go to the fridge, get another beer, and thanks very much for watching. I will see you all again soon. Thanks again. Bye.